If you could just take a little wherever you can, want to go, where would you go?
In
Where would you
state or
escape off to?
out of state?
Shit, in state, out of country, out of continent,
I
out of
mean,
world. You
no,
can go out of
I
world. You know what I'm saying? You spiritual.
I worded
You
that
can go out
wrong.
of
No,
world. Really.
I meant out of state or out of country. That's what I initially meant, but
But you can also go out of world.
that's
Would you
true.
go out of world?
Absolutely.
So talk about
I don't know.
it. Now we going out of world. You ain't because that's what I'm saying. Like we can
I
really
feel like
discuss that.
the outer world part, everybody got their own way of viewing that.
So talk about yours.
Um Taboo to some, but like I said, outside of meditating, having my ways of going to my zones, I think about like trips, and I don't know if that's ever been something that's been discussed, but I call them shrooms. I prefer to call them shrooms, but that's my experience as far as like
Out
out
of
of
world.
world. Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I hear what you're
So
saying,
in
but
my
where is
preference,
this place?
no, in my
Where would you
preference,
go?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I don't know.
You say all that. I want to know where you going. I want to know the
So it's
destination. I'm already on the trip with you. When you said you willing to go out of world, I'm knowing that you on that type of time. So
that's the thing is shit is it's endless possibilities. It depends on like what you own, where your mind is at, what kind of trip you want to go on. Are you more so on some relaxing? Are you more so on somewhere?
you
I,
saying that's where you would go on the trip with the where that took you.
no,
You'd rather go on that.
no, that's not where I would choose to.
So that's what I'm misunderstanding, I guess.
I don't
It's
know
like
how the conversation got off into going out.
I'm willing to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm willing to. We gotta refine it.
See, I
We gotta recapture.
so we gonna bring that back.
We gonna recapture.
I got into the details of that. I think because we start saying as far as like where out of state, out the country, you
And I
also
told
brought
you
up
take that shit out the
out the
world if you
world,
got to.
right? So that was my definition of if I was to go on a trip out of this world, that's basically the route I go. But that's not what I would necessarily choose. But is this more so somewhere I've been or somewhere I haven't been? Because I have. It's one thing to have thoughts and ideas of places that you haven't been, and then I can only think of the places I've had. I can only describe where I have been.
You gotta know if I told you to take it out of the world, that I'm open minded to hear
I've
what you
been there
talking
though
about.
with them. Is what I'm saying.
With who?
Nothing.
Talk about that.
No, we're not talking about that.
Talk about that.
we talk. No, we not. We just talked about that. But them trips we talking about here, somewhere I just want to go off to.
Yeah. So somewhere you'll want to go off to.
Just have to
Anywhere
be
though. But
somewhere.
it's that though. That's what I'm telling you. Like,
I may not be able to pick like a exact location as far as here. I know it's places like that, but something real serene. Um, don't need a lot as far as like crowds. Kind of like them places you may see online. They be showing like them vacation places where it seems kind of unreal, like how the water is. They seem real peaceful. Something like that. Just get away from like reality of things just for a little bit. Not saying you out of touch, but in a sense you out of touch. That time to really, what they say, disconnect to reconnect. Somewhere I can really feel like I can just disconnect from everything and really cleanse myself.
so just somewhere like that.
Somewhere
So
like
you
that.
know what I can think of that's in reach?
Hmm.
Watertown. Watertown, about an hour away. This way. What's that? West?
Hmm.
Watertown. No bullshit though. Because that's what I'm saying. Like when I was looking for these jobs and shit like that, I had got a little offer out there in Watertown.
Hmm.
And I'm like, it really was like, I'm definitely not finna drive an hour. So I'm finna see what, like, you know what I'm saying? If is this worth it? Whatever. But when I was on the way out there, I'm just like, damn, it's plenty little farms and
Hmm.
spaces. where you could have a valid ass crib on some land. It was that too though. Like it
Okay.
wasn't just all farms. It was like subdivision. Like it was some nice shit.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? To where it
Yeah.
was like, damn, they got a whole acre. You could damn near put some shit out there, plant some shit, do all that out
Right.
there
Right.
when this shit really open up. Especially when we can like distribute marijuana and shit like that.
Hmm.
That you get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, what you talking about, you could definitely escape because up that way you about midway from here to Madison, rural type area,
Okay.
waterfronts and shit like that. And they still got their little duck off um city areas. And you still, like I say, an hour away from Milwaukee if you do gotta get back this way.
That's somewhere worth checking out.
But that's just in that direction. You
Right.
can go in every direction around this city and find something like that. Like this the Midwest. So that's how all this shit look. It just depend on what you find. So you can find that shit right around here. It don't necessarily have to be Wyoming or Utah. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Some shit
Right.
like that. It could be that too.
Right.
If you want to escape to that landscape, but that's really all around you, all around the country. It's just about an hour out, like every direction type shit. Like this is probably every city,
Never
state
outside the city.
residence. You just gotta drive a little further than the city limits. Keep going a little more.